Mm. Hello, welcome to Excellent Kids and Families page on YouTube and on Facebook. How are you all doing? I trust that you are doing well. It's so good to be back live. I apologize. I missed last week our live lesson, but I'm so glad that we are able to come live to do this lesson with you. I trust you're all doing well. It's been an amazing weekend. The weather has been so great, has been so good for us. So we really thank God for that. Please let somebody know, invite somebody, tell somebody, WhatsApp somebody, let them know that we are live. Yes, a bit late, but we are live. The most importantly, we are live. And I would like all of our beloved children to interact today. And parents, do watch with them, and you're going to be blessed tremendously. I am convinced that everybody watching, even including myself, I've received so many testimonies about the lessons that we have been dealing in the past few weeks. This would be the fourth lesson we have been, learning about laziness and how to become diligent. And I realized that even personally, of late, like if even I want to procrastinate, I just feel within myself, that discomfort, like I cannot procrastinate. I need to do it now. And I'm sure it's because of the lessons, it has really sunk in to my mind, and it's like a seed, and it's forever growing and directing me, and I believe it's directing our kids, most importantly, to be on course. So please join us live if you can. If you are watching us late, comment, let us know that you are on board, and your life will be, and the lives of your children will be transformed, will be tremendously blessed. So we thank God as usual. We are going to make a start, and we do trust that the rest will join us soon. So we have been talking about diligence for the past 2 weeks. The other weeks we were talking about laziness. And just a quick recap: we said diligence is giving yourself fully, giving of yourself fully to your work. It can be even to your house chores, to your studies, to your duty. So giving of yourself fully, being committed to your purpose, to the goal, to the assignment at hand. And we realize that it can be tricky, it can be difficult at times, because our body wants to, relax, want to sit back, want to do nothing basically. But we saw last lesson, the life lesson that we had, that in order to achieve something tangible, in order to come up with something precious, something that is valuable, it takes work. And we showed so many things that are around us in our home that came as a result of the diligence of people that were inventors or manufacturers. It came into our homes as a result of the hard working, workers in the factories that have been working hard. But if everybody were folding their arms and asleep, then we wouldn't have all the things that we have around us. In fact, there will be no Facebook, there will be no TikTok. If all these guys were lazying around, they were couch potatoes, we wouldn't have this. But it took a lot of effort. They were diligent because they dedicated themselves. It took hours when their friends were probably going out to parties, their friends were sleeping longer hours than necessary. They were probably up in the night thinking, working out different plans. Like one plan doesn't work, guess what? They will move to another plan, researching to make sure that they come out with the best. And the great thing about the diligent person is that when they have come up with the best, they're always looking for ways to improve it. And how do I know this? Because let's take the iPhone, for example, and Samsung, they are the big manufacturers when it comes to, or producers when it comes to the mobile phone and the tablet industry. And we realize that every year they come up with a brand new product. So they could have said, you know what, iPhone 1, that's it. We are not going to come up with any more. But no, they are diligent. So they are always looking to improve on their work. They are committed fully to their work. And they always go back to check, how can we improve this? So our lesson today, how to live diligently. We have examples right in front of us. This is a very simple example, but it's the truth. Since Facebook started, it has been improving. When they started it, they didn't have live video like we have now. But look, now they have live video. Before we know it, they're going to come up with something extra, something new to even make the experience of using Facebook much, much better. So today we are talking about how to live diligently. I trust that from the young age, we learn to live diligently, is going to help us a lot. It is going to add so much value to our lives and the lives of the community, the country, the family that we come from. Because we realize that when we live diligently, it's not only us who benefits, but everybody else around us benefits from being diligent. Now, the Bible tells us who to go and study if we want to live diligently. And I can see we have a couple of people watching, and I want to ask, who knows who the Bible tells us to go and study if we want to live diligently? There's a creature, a very tiny, tiny creature. The Bible tells us, encourages us to go and learn from them how to live diligently. And I want to see in the comment, our beloved kids, I know my own kids are watching. You can put in the answer if you know the creature that the Bible advises us to go and study, or advises a lazy person to go and study in order to live diligently. So anybody? It's an insect, so I've given you a clue there. It's an insect, so yep, anybody wants to go for it? It's an ant. Thank you so much, my beloved excelling kids. God bless you. It's an ant. Let's see why we are told to go and study the ant if we want to live diligently. In Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6, I read, it says, go and watch the ants, you lazy person. Watch what they do and be wise. Ants have no commander, no leader or ruler. Really? No leader, no ruler? For children, it will be like no teacher at school, no team leader at work, no parent at home. Wow. How are you going to live? Interesting. Interesting. Let's read on. So the ants have no commander, no leader or ruler, but they store up food. They store up food in the summer and gather their supplies at harvest. How long will you lie there, you lazy person? When will you get up from sleeping? You sleep a little, you take a nap, you fold your hands and lie down to rest. So you will be as poor as if you had been robbed. You will have as little as if you had been held up. Wow. So we are told to go and study the ants. Interesting. Now, this really ties in very, very well with the grasshopper and the ant story. Who knows this story? Who has heard about this story or read this story before? The story about the grasshopper and the ant. In a field one summer's day. So in a field one summer's day, let's try and see how this story ties in very well with going to study the ant so that we can learn how to live diligently. So in a field one summer's day, a grasshopper was hopping about, chirping and singing to his heart's content. A group of ants walked by, grunting as they struggled to carry plump kernels of corn. "Where are you going with those heavy things?" asked the grasshopper. Without stopping, take a note of that. Without stopping, the first ant replied, "To our ant hill. This is the third kernel I've delivered today." From the grasshopper. "Why not come and sing with me?" teased the grasshopper, "instead of working so hard." From the ant. "We are helping to store food for the winter," said the ant, "and think you should do the same." Oh, from the grasshopper. "Winter is far away, and it is a glorious day to play," sang the grasshopper. But the ants went on their way and continued to work hard. The weather soon turned cold. All the food lying in the field were covered with a thick white blanket of snow that even the grasshopper could not dig through. Soon, the grasshopper found itself dying of hunger. He staggered to the ants' hill and saw them handing out corn from the stores they had collected in the summer. He begged them for something to eat. "What?" cried the ants in surprise. "Haven't you stored anything away for the winter? What in the world were you doing all last summer?" "I didn't have time to store any food," complained the grasshopper. "I was so busy playing music that before I knew it, the summer was gone." The ants took their heads in disgust, or the ants shook their heads in disgust, turned their backs on the grasshopper, and went on with their work. Wow. This is the story of the grasshopper and the ants. So we saw how the grasshopper was living by his name, hopping here and there, playing all through the summer time. Yes, he was deceived by how sunny the weather is and thought it was going to remain sunny all through and thought, oh, I have enough time. There's plenty of time. I'm going to make it. Only to realize that he had run out of time. He had not prepared. He had not planned what he's going to eat in the winter months. And according to the story, he began to starve. He staggered, made his way to the ants' hill to go beg for food. And that is exactly what the Bible teaches us. It says that if we refuse to live diligently, we will end up like the grasshopper, begging for food. We will be as though we have been robbed. So it's important for us to learn how to live diligently. And I'm so glad that in our lesson today, we are going to find out how we can do that. And if you are already doing that, it's going to only boost your confidence the more. It's going to encourage you to keep repeating those traits, those actions that shows that you are living diligently is so important. Now, one lesson that we can take, or a couple of lessons that we can take from the story of the grasshopper and the ants, is that there is time for work and there is time for play. Now, it's very important that right from the young age, we understand this, that there is time for play and there is time for work. Sometimes we can blend the two, and especially the playing. It can be so sweet playing. It can be so much fun playing that we don't not want to get to the work part. But work can also be fun. Yes, we can choose to make work fun. We can be creative with our work, with what we are doing, to make it fun. And a very simple example is tidying your room. You can put on the music and dance as you tidy your room. Before you realize your room has been tidied up. So you can come up with creative way of making work fun, just like playing. But at the long run, you are what? Being diligent. We are being diligent. You are producing something that is valuable, something that is great. Now, there was a statement that I came across, and I want to share with you. And I will paraphrase it because it was written a long time ago. But it was talking about how many young people might be wasting their time, or are wasting their time on social media, while other young people, same age as them, are secretly working on their passion, on their goal, on their long-term dream for the future. So I do not want you to be deceived as a young person to think everybody your age is playing, or is on social media, or is on TikTok, or are watching videos. No, not everyone. There are a group of young people who are living diligently, who are working hard. And I tell my kids that it's only in 10 years' time you'll be able to separate them. Because when you come out, you are all wearing the same school uniform, you are all doing the same PE, you are all doing the same maths, so you don't see who is living diligently. So sometimes as a young person, you might get deceived and might think, oh, your parents are being too hard on you, asking you to study, asking you to learn, while others are on the park playing, or at the park playing. No, there is time for play and there is time for work. As long as you are balancing the two, I can assure you that you are living diligently. But if it turns out that you are doing a lot more playing like the grasshopper than working, then it's showing that you are not living diligently. So let us go into our next session of how does a diligent person live their life? How does a diligent person live their life? How would you know? How can you tell that you are a diligent person, or that person is a diligent person? How can you tell? Number one, the person has a purpose, or they know their purpose. It's not only about knowing, but they also have a goal. The person have a purpose, they have a goal. They have something that they are working towards. So that is the first thing to live diligently, is to have a goal, have, an aim for something, live for something, have a goal ahead of you. And it's so easy at your age, to come up with goals because you are already in school, and at school they have targets for you. They have exams for you, they have tests for you, so you can set up your goals around those expectations in your school, with your teachers, with your subjects. What grades are you expecting? You can set the grades that you want. You might be in year 7, but you can already set the grades, the goal of how well you want to do at your GCSE. You don't have to wait till you are in year 10 before you set that goal, or before you come up with a purpose to excel in your GCSE. No, right now you can set that goal. You can aim high right now. And that is a sign that you are living diligently. Now, the next thing the diligent person does after setting their goal is they plan, they organize how they are going to, fulfill that goal, how that goal is going to be met, how they can take that off, that is done. They plan. They are excellent planners. And it is shown in the way they organize their work, in the way they organize themselves. And I'm sure that many of you will testify of yourself. If you are a great planner, it shows in your work. It shows in your room, in your surrounding. It shows even at the dining table, whether you are, an organized person or not. So as we are going through these points, begin to look within you, look at the things that you do, and see whether you are living diligently or there are things that you can improve on. So number 1, to live diligently, you must have a goal. Number 2, you must have a plan how you are going to fulfill that goal, how that goal is going to be met. Number 3, a diligent person is faithful in everyday task. In their day-to-day duty, they are faithful. They don't just wait for when exams are around the corner. That is when the only time they are faithful to their studies or their books. No, they don't wait till they hear their mom and dad coming. They now start cleaning the house. They now start doing what they are meant to do. No, they are faithful always. They take their chores seriously. They take responsibility of their work, of their life. That is number 3. Number 4, a diligent person is a resilient person. And what do we mean by that? They push through obstacles of all kinds. They never quit until they win, until the goal is met. Yes, it might be that they get to the plan A and it doesn't work out. It doesn't mean that they cancel their goal or they give up on their dream. No, they look for another plan to make sure that they fulfill their dream, to make sure that they achieve the goal that they have set themselves. So now they are what? Diligent. That's number 5. They are diligent. They push through obstacles. Nothing stops them. They are not discouraged. No, nobody can discourage them. Not, the comments by the teacher about, how their personality or the color of their skin or, their class status or where they live or a tease from another child will stop them. They are resilient. They push through all obstacles. And many times you will find, or sometimes you'll find kids that are really, really brilliant, that are diligent, that are faithful to their work. But they come across other children in the classroom who teases them, make fun of them. They call them, oh, you are a geek. Oh, you are a geek. Oh, you are this. Oh, you are just workaholic. You are, and call them names. And they let those name callings get to them. No, a person who lives diligently, don't let others get to them to prevent them from achieving the great destiny that they have, the great dreams that they have. And number 6, to live diligently, A diligent person is self-motivated. Is self-motivated. We saw the story of the ant. They have no leaders. They have no rulers. And this is a test of how diligent you are. You can test yourself that when your parents are not watching, are you self-motivated? Can you go ahead and do the work that is required? Playing is easy, so we are not going to talk too much about playing, but we are not stopping you in any means from playing. We are saying that there is time for playing and there is time for work as well. So just make sure that you plan time to work as well. So a diligent person is self-motivated. So you need to learn to motivate yourself. You need to find creative ways to get things done. Don't get bored too easily. When you are bored, think of, okay, what can I do? Don't just sit there waiting for somebody to come and take you out of the boredom. No, nobody is coming to your rescue. You have to motivate yourself. If somebody else comes along and encourage you, that is an additional bonus. But until then, have it in mind that you can encourage yourself. Yes, you can. How can you do that? By telling yourself in your mind. You can even whisper to yourself and tell yourself, I can do it. I can do it. I can achieve it. I am happy. I am going to fulfill this. I am going to get a great, marks. So yes, you can motivate yourself. You can encourage yourself. So these are the ways that you can live diligently. I've shared 6 with you, and I'm sure when you even think it through, you can come up with additional ones for yourself as well. And if you have already been doing this, then great, well done. Keep on living diligently. Keep on living diligently, and it will go a long way to bless you. Because when you live diligently, guess what? It will take you to places. You will achieve so much that people will come to you, and you will also end up standing before great men. Yes, watch all the celebrities that we see on our screens. Look at the access that they have, the places that they are able to go to that ordinary people are not able to go there. And they ended up there because they worked diligently. And you can as well. You can self-motivate yourself. And all it takes is to have some time to think. And you have your parents, you have your teachers who are more than happy to help you. And you know why we are more than happy to help you to live diligently? Because you are the future. You are the future. You are our joy and our pride. Every excelling kid, every excelling youth, you are our pride, you are our joy. And we want to do as adults, to do everything necessary to help you to live diligently. So yes, we are here for you, to help you. If you want any more, you want more information, if you want more help, tell your parents. You can reach out to us. We'll be more than happy. We'll be delighted to help you, to give you all the resources that you need to live diligently. Now, I close with this message that diligence is a muscle. Yes, it's a muscle. I know, like those of you who are now teenagers, especially the boys, they want to build their muscles, right? So think of diligence in the same way as a muscle that is strengthened with time and consistency. It strengthens with time and consistency. So the more you live diligently, guess what? The more you are producing, the more productive you are going to be, because you are being consistent. You are working, planning, organizing, living your life diligently, daily, not occasionally. No, you are doing it daily. And as you do that, guess what? You are strengthening the diligence in your life. Like last time I did live, I mentioned that when we put people on the scale, you can see that some people's their level of diligence is quite higher than the others. So it's like the sky is the limit when it comes to how diligent you can be. You can always build on. And the example that we use with the mobile phone, the technology developers, they never quit. They keep increasing their diligence. They keep improving on things. It goes to show that they are strengthening their diligence muscle. So you need to start somewhere. Yes, you need to start somewhere. It might be little now, but guess what? The more you do it, the more diligent you are becoming. So it does not happen overnight. You're not going to sleep and pray that God help me to be a diligent person, and then tomorrow you wake up and you are suddenly a diligent person. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to put in the effort. You have to put in the work daily. And until it has become part of you. And it's such a precious gift, such a treasure to have, such a trait, to be a diligent person, to live diligently. My goodness, you will never lack. You will live a happy and a fulfilled life, just like the ants. All weather, all seasons, come rain or shine. Because you are diligent, guess what? You are always there. You always have enough in your reserve. You always have enough to, carry you through, no matter how the challenges, the difficulty situations that will come your way, no matter how difficult it is. When you have learned to live diligently, you will always come out on the better side. So learn to live diligently. And I trust that our lesson today has really, really helped you. If you joined us late, please do go back and watch, as we have come to the end of our lesson. It's been an awesome time. Thank you so much for everybody that came on board. Wonderful commenting from Reverend Augustine, my beloved husband. God bless you so much. My beloved kids, Emmanuel and Joel, you have been listening. And Stella and Adriel. Adriel is 4. Adriel has been listening sometimes. It's amazing some of the things that he tells me. Wow, if you 4-year-olds can take something out of our lessons, that's amazing. And my wonderful, excellent George family, God bless you so much. You are doing so well, and I'm so proud of you all, my excellent kids and family. Thank you for the support day in, day out. I really appreciate it. And I really firmly believe that together we are raising an excellent generation. We have great stuff coming your way. So I want all our parents to carry on supporting us, carry on watching us, carry on sharing our videos, and supporting all the initiative that we are coming up with, because I trust that it's from God, because God really wants to help our children. Some of the things that I receive sometimes myself, I'm like, wow, this is timely. And I'm so glad that our children are going to benefit from it. And it's not only my children, but your children as well. What an amazing time it is. So may God richly bless you. My prayer for all of our kids is that God will help you. And as you have listened to this lesson, He will guide you and give you the wisdom to live diligently. He will protect you, and He will make everything that concerns your life excel, as you are part of excelling kids and family. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen and amen. So may God bless you. Take care and have a wonderful time wherever you are. Thank you. I love you with the love of the Lord, and it will come your way one more time next week. God bless you. Bye. Bye.